Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a fascinating look at the 1776-1976 Washington Bicentennial Quarter from the United States of America and exploring why some examples can attract serious attention from coin collectors. This special quarter was created to celebrate the 200th anniversary of American independence and features the dual date 1776-1976 along with a unique reverse design celebrating the bicentennial. In today's video, we will examine the history of this famous quarter, its mint mark's condition, varieties errors, and the important details that can make one example more desirable than another. We will also talk about the difference between ordinary circulated bicentennial quarters and examples with valuable characteristics such as significant mint errors, unusual varieties, and exceptional preservation. Remember that not every 1776-1976 quarter is worth thousands or millions of dollars, and a coin's actual value depends heavily on its condition, rarity, authenticity, and documented market demand. Let's get started. The 1776-1976 Washington Bicentennial Quarter with no mint mark and in fine condition. This fascinating quarter was created to celebrate the 200th anniversary of American independence, and it carries a special dual date that immediately makes it different from ordinary Washington quarters. The United States Mint explains that the bicentennial quarter was produced during 1975 and 1976, but every example received the 1776 to 1976 date, which means that a coin showing these dates is not automatically a rare 1976. Only issue. The first thing every collector should understand is that a 1776 to 1976 quarter without a mint mark is normally a Philadelphia mint coin, and the absence of a mint mark does not by itself mean that the coin is rare or extremely valuable. Philadelphia produced an enormous quantity of these special quarters, with the reported mintage reaching approximately 809,784,016 pieces, which makes this particular version widely available compared with many genuinely scarce United States coins. The regular circulating bicentennial quarter was made from copper nickel-clad material, with a weight of approximately 567 grams and a diameter of about 243 millimeters. So if you have one in ordinary circulated condition, it is usually a collectible historical quarter, rather than a $1 million rarity. Now, let us talk about the design, because this is where the coin becomes especially interesting. On the obverse, you will see the familiar portrait of George Washington facing left along with the special dual date 1776 to 1976, while the reverse replaces the traditional eagle design with a colonial drummer standing beside a victory torch, surrounded by 13 stars representing the original 13 colonies. This temporary design was created specifically for the American Bicentennial celebration, and the United States Mint describes it as one of the most important changes ever made to circulating United States coin designs. The regular Washington quarter reverse returned after the bicentennial period, which makes these coins historically distinctive, even though many examples remain common. If your particular coin is described as being in fine condition, then you should have realistic expectations about its market value. Fine condition means the coin has experienced noticeable circulation, and where but the major design elements remain visible. This condition is important because collectors generally pay substantially more for coins that have survived with exceptional surfaces, sharp details, and minimal contact marks. However, a circulated no mint mark 1776 to 1976 quarter is generally not considered a coin worth millions of dollars, simply because it carries the bicentennial dates. Current price information shows that circulated examples can remain close to face value, while higher grade examples can command more depending upon preservation, rarity, and certification. One of the biggest mistakes that new collectors make is seeing the words 1776 to 1976 and immediately assuming that the coin is worth thousands or millions of dollars. The date represents the 200th anniversary period rather than an indication of an extremely rare production. Millions of these quarters entered circulation, and many Americans saved them as souvenirs. Because of the unusual drummer reverse, that means the historical importance of the coin is very real, but historical importance and extreme monetary rarity are not always the same thing. A collector should therefore examine the mint mark condition, composition errors, and overall preservation before making a claim about a high-value coin. Another important point is that not every bicentennial quarter is identical because the mint produced different versions, including Philadelphia and Denver circulating issues, along with special San Francisco products and silver-clad collector versions. A Philadelphia quarter has no mint mark, while a Denver example carries a D, and San Francisco collector issues carry an S. The no mint mark example discussed in this video belongs to the Philadelphia production, and published mintage information places that production at more than 800 million pieces. This huge production figure explains why an ordinary circulated specimen generally does not command a spectacular price, simply because it has no mint mark. There is, however, an important reason why collectors should never ignore a 1776 to 1976 quarter, even when it appears to be common. And that reason is errors and varieties. A coin can become much more interesting when it contains a genuine minting error, such as a strong double design, a major striking problem, an unusual planchet issue, or another recognized variety. Collectors should never confuse ordinary machine doubling, damage, scratches, or post-mint alteration with a valuable mint error. Authentication is extremely important when a coin appears unusual, and professional grading services can help determine whether an alleged variety is genuine. A spectacular value should never be claimed merely because someone notices something strange on the surface. Condition is also one of the most important factors in determining the worth of this quarter. A heavily circulated example may remain around face value, while an exceptionally preserved coin can bring considerably more, especially when it receives a high certified grade. Current NGC information for the Philadelphia 1776 to 1976 quarter shows guide values increasing with grade and reaching much higher levels for extremely high mint state examples, although those prices apply to exceptional certified coins rather than ordinary fine condition pieces. This is why you should never compare your circulated quarter with a top population coin and assume that your coin has the same value. If you have a 1776 to 1976 Washington Bicentennial Quarter with no mint mark in fine condition, do not throw it away. And do not assume that it is worthless simply because millions were made. This is a genuine piece of American history, and it can be an enjoyable addition to a collection. While an ordinary fine condition example is generally not worth millions of dollars, the possibility of a valuable variety or error means that careful inspection is still worthwhile. And if your coin appears unusually sharp, has an unusual doubled feature, or seems significantly different from normal examples, you may want to compare it with trusted references or seek professional authentication before making a value claim. Before we finish, remember that coin values can change with collector demand, auction results, grade, rarity, and authentication. So the safest way to determine the true market value of a potentially valuable example is to compare recent sales and consult reputable grading or pricing resources, rather than relying on sensational claims about coins being worth $10 million or even $1 million. A normal Philadelphia, no mint mark bicentennial quarter in fine condition should be presented honestly as a common historical collectible, while exceptional high-grade coins and genuine errors can be considerably more interesting. This balanced approach will help you build credibility with your viewers and provide information that collectors can actually trust. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. And until the next video, keep searching, keep learning, and keep collecting these fascinating pieces of American history.